Hi, my name is Leanne Goya, and I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer in 2022. A year later, I'm cancer-free and I'm happy and there's no symptoms. I saw Dr. Goldfarb and I did a thyroidectomy. I didn't know I had thyroid cancer. It was the recommendation of my general practitioner, Dr. Megan Chen, who asked me to go see a surgeon. I couldn't see it, so it didn't matter to me, but she's like, yeah, it's kind of big. And I could felt like there was saliva, or I'd wake up at night and cough, like choking. So that got me a little bit worried. I thought, well, maybe I should check it out. And when I went to see Dr. Megan Chen, that's when she said, it looks bigger, Leanne, you should go. She referred me to several people, and I actually picked Dr. Goldfarb because I looked at her credentials and she was a woman and I wanted to support women. And so that's how I found Dr. Goldfarb. I didn't have symptoms and I wasn't diagnosed with anything. And so at the time I said, what's the least invasive? Because I didn't want to just go to a doctor that was just going to say, let's just take it out, because that's not me. And she wasn't like that. She's like, well, here's the options. And so we looked into RFA, which is radio frequency ablation, which is they go in there and they use frequency waves to reduce the nodule size, because at the time we're looking at the nodules. And she said, well, why don't we just still go ahead and do the biopsy and we can determine if it's not cancerous, then yeah, we can do the RFA. So we did the biopsy and it came back and she's like, well, okay, there is some suspicious cells. And so this is what we have to do. We have to go in there and we have to take out the thyroid, because when they take out the one side, if there is cancer in there, it's most likely there could be cancer on the right side. So we did the one surgery the 1 week, and because there was cancer in there, she said we probably have to take out the right side. And we could wait, you don't have to do it now. But I said, why don't we just go ahead and do it? She's like, okay, do you want to do it next week? And it was just like boom, boom, boom. Okay, and she made it happen. So the week after, we did the same procedure and then she took it out. And I knew she knew what she was doing. You could just tell, I could feel it. And the whole crew, the whole office, the way the procedure went, them getting in touch with me, I felt cared for and held and supported. So the whole process of even getting to the actual surgery, I felt I was okay. And then she connected me to Dr. Rettinger, who's my endocrinologist now, and she's been giving me the dosages for the levothyroxine. The dosage, they have it kind of high right now because they want to get my thyroglobin to a 0 point, and then they'll work it. It's a high dosage because they want to keep the cancer low. But earlier this year, I did the radioactive iodine treatment, which was a pill to eradicate anything that's there, even if there's microscopic cells, cancer cells, it would just wipe it out. So I did that this year. Because I was so worried about someone going into or having a surgery and it being my first time, that it was important that I really trust Dr. Goldfarb. And that was I felt very grateful to have someone there who knew what she was doing and she was able to answer my questions. And if I never listened to my general practitioner, I would have never gone to Dr. Goldfarb and I would have never known, because it was sort of a silent thing. So sometimes you just gotta listen to the people you trust, and that's what I was doing with Dr. Chen, and I'm glad I did it because now I'm cancer-free. So I get a little bit suspicious with Western medicine because it's my thinking is sometimes they just want to take out the thing that's not working and not have preventative care. So when I went to Dr. Goldfarb, she didn't just come straight out and say, we're taking it out. She really listened to me and my concerns, and that is what I like, is when a doctor is there to listen to what my needs are and my concerns, and that's what she did. And that was another reason why I liked her, because she wasn't just there for herself and what she wanted to do, it was there for me. And it being the first time going under Like I had all these fears, like I'm gonna die, you know, what it's gonna be like. You just don't know. And so again, you wanna be, I felt like with Dr. Goldfarb, you're just being held. When she went in there to take out my thyroid, she said that it was sticky because it didn't want to come out. And I think that was about me. I didn't want to take out my thyroid. I'm glad I made the decision, and I'm glad I trusted her. I was so happy that when I went to see her for a follow-up, that I bought the crew like cream puffs, like a box of cream puffs, because that's how thankful. And I said, you know, it really was a healing experience, because I really had to decide and trust myself, and that was the big thing, to trust her. So I would do it again. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in that situation again, but I thought if there was any other type of surgery, I would call on her, because she just knows what she's doing. And you feel it, you know it. She knows her stuff. Go in there with an open mind. My mind was not open. I was already thinking, I don't want to take my thyroid out, and that's Western medicine. So I would say to go with an open mind and to listen to what the doctor has to say. And also yourself to look at the options and do your own research, and also challenge the doctor if you want to. You know, don't just go in there and always listen to what a doctor has to say just because that's what they do, but go in there with your own questions and concerns and worries. And even if you find stuff on the internet that is just kind of out there, bring it up to them and say, I read this on the internet. Is this what's going to happen? So yeah, sometimes you need to challenge the doctor. And if they're good, they won't take offense and they'll go with it. I feel bad saying that I don't have any symptoms or side effects, but I don't, you know, and I thank God for that. And I feel like it's just because the surgery went so well, like even that, having my thyroid out, both of them, that there was no complications there. And so I'm living a normal life. To Dr. Goldfarb and the team and the office, I want to thank you all for taking care of me, being attentive, for checking in with me, giving me callbacks. That kind of care is what helps a patient feel seen and heard. It's made everything less stressful for me. If I had to worry about it, does the doctor care? Do they know what they're doing? Then it wouldn't be something, I would have had a different experience. And I appreciate what you do, and I know you're saving other people's lives out there. And even though I joke around, I just feel this was a gift. This whole experience was a gift. And I feel maybe a little bit better about Western medicine. No, I feel a little bit better about Western medicine. You know, okay, we can work together. So, but thank you. And maybe after this, maybe when I see you guys again, I'll bring another box of cream puffs.